Yo, yo, yo. It's about that time. What's up, y'all? What's happening, everybody? Great to see y'all. Welcome to the Hangout. I'm Hank. This is the Hangout. Sorry, gross. Y'all, I am in a new era. It's a new era for me, and I'm excited. I had to talk about it. You know, sometimes you go through things and you want to keep them to yourself. Sometimes you go through things and you want to share them, and you want to let other people know how you're feeling. And that's how I feel tonight. Hi, China. Great to see you, China. What's going on? You know, when I say going through things, I don't mean like serious things or sad things. I mean like good things. Yo, Holly, what's up? Great to see you. It's a party. It's a party. Yeah, so I tweeted earlier. I'll just get this out of the way. I tweeted earlier I might play some Banjo-Kazooie tonight. And I didn't have time to get my capture card and my Switch and everything set up, so that's not happening tonight. But I do have some fun things for us. I do have some fun activities for this slumber party. Which also, just saying that, someday we should do a slumber party. Like, on like a long weekend or something. Just like do a late stream. I could stay up like late past midnight. We can chit chat. If y'all have Amazon Prime, we could do a movie or something, eat pizza. Let's get on it. Let's get planted. But no Banjo-Kazooie tonight. Hopefully soon. But I think you'll like what we have in store. It's all spoiled in the title anyway. We're gonna do a breakfast cereal tier list. We'll do our crossword puzzle first, but let me explain. Yeah, I think it would be fun too, Holly. You're off on Saturday, so we should do some on some Friday. Holly, that's perfect. I'm off on Fridays and Saturdays. A Friday night slumber party, a Friday night pizza sleepover is what we'll do. Okay? It'll be a great time. Also, I watch my streams back sometimes just to get ideas. And I don't know. I've zoomed my camera out a little bit, so you get a little more of my room. You get a little less of me up front because my preview window is small, and so I try to make myself look bigger. But then when you're watching on like a real screen, it was a little much. So zoomed out. Hope that's okay. I am in my cereal era, like breakfast cereal, and what brought it on was I'm a fast food fiend, okay? I'll do it every day, and it's unhealthy and it's expensive. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get some breakfast foods at home. Fruity Pebbles are the best, hands down. We'll talk about it, Holly. I respect your opinion. Also, you know, with my church, I'm not eating lunches right now. I can eat breakfast and then I eat liquids only from 9 to 6. So breakfast has become very necessary for me to get through the day. So I'm like, what can I do that would get me excited to eat breakfast? And the answer is breakfast cereal. And I feel like such an adult to be excited about the cereal that I'm excited about. Are we ready to get into it? Are we ready to review what my favorite cereal is? Let's do it. Here we go. Oreos Oat Crunch, oats and honey flavor. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's the best, but right now, my favorite. Easily my favorite. Okay, I need y'all to understand something. I need you to understand something because I'm a sweet lover, okay? I love me some sweets. So I'm going to say my all-time, this is separate from my all-time favorites, okay? My all-time favorite cereals, number 1 is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. A close second is Cap'n Crunch. If those are out of the mix and we're just going for what I'm reaching for right now, my day-to-day, my daily driver, something to sustain me, something that's about more than just taste, Oreos Oat Crunch oats and honey flavor specifically, I haven't tried the others, is a lifesaver. Because, I mean, just look at what we have going on here. The Cheerios... did I say Oreos Oat Crunch? Cheerios Oat Crunch. I've probably said Oreos at least once or twice. Cheerios Oat Crunch is that girl, okay? Because Cheerios are classic. I think they're a little boring. If they're not Honey Nut, I don't want them. So these have the honey going for it. I said Oreos twice. Oh well. At least we know. We know what I was talking about. Cheerios Oat Crunch. Cheerios Oat Crunch. Cheerios Oat Crunch is what we want. And you know, I think I might even bring my mic down a little bit, because sometimes it's a little... Okay. Cheerios Oat Crunch. We got the Cheerios. We got the honey. These oats, y'all, the oats really do way more than you would think. Oreos crunch. Whatever. Oat Crunch Oreos would be disgusting. But get on it. I don't have enough good things to say about it. I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. The oats, add the protein in there, right? More than half the daily thing of whole grains, good source of fiber, vitamins and minerals, balanced breakfast. Y'all, I eat this, and after I eat it, you know how sometimes you eat a bowl of cereal and you're like, that was good, but I could do a little more. This feels like a meal in your tummy after you're done eating it. And having to actually crunch on it, because Cheerios can be kind of light and boring when you chew on it and there's like just too much give to it, you know? I think that's why I like Captain Crunch so much. But Cheerios Oat Crunch, this is like what I would say is a very good introductory grown-up cereal. I'm not going to eat Special K, all right? I'm not going to eat Kashi. I'm not going to eat Mini Wheats. Okay? I need it to be a tasty treat. You know, I wake up and I go, where's my treat? I've been a brave little boy all week, you know? I need a treat for breakfast, and I could trick myself into eating oats. So that's cereal number 1. Okay. Another one I tried recently, Blueberry Chex. I just had my first cup of it. This is a very middle of the road cereal. It is a sweetened rice cereal. And here's the thing. Definitely better than standard Chex, okay? But I have the problem with this that I have with a lot of other cereals, and it's that if you don't eat it immediately, it sogs up, and I don't like soggy cereal. I've come to realize. It smells amazing every time I grab a box at work. Yeah. And so for me, I'm glad that you love it. For me, it is serviceable. I wouldn't say I love it. I would say I'm happy to eat it, you know? But to me, the Cheerios Oat Crunch is a revelation. So, with that all being said, let's go talk about our cereal tier list. Because not all of my favorite cereals are on this. And we're gonna make do, okay? Never eaten it, I just love the smell. Why are you grabbing boxes? Just to smell them? I mean, resourceful, I guess. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. If there's a cereal I haven't tried, we're rating it off the vibes, okay? If it's a cereal I have tried, we're rating it off the taste. Oh, a personal shopper. That makes sense, Holly. You know, of all the answers that could have been bad, that is like the best answer. So good job. Put me in my place. Okay, Cookie Crisp. Here's what I'm thinking. I've had Cookie Crisp, and when you're a kid, the idea of Cookie Crisp is awesome. But if we're rating it based on merit alone, well, I also want to clarify the way that I'm rating it. S is going to be like untouchable. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's not bad, but it's not great. Exactly. I see right now I would put Cheerios Oat Crunch in the A column because I've had it twice, right? I don't know if it stood the test of time yet, but for me right now, Captain Crunch is an S. Okay, for reasons I've already explained. Where's the cinnamon toast? Right up there, easy S. It's fine. It's not bad, but it's not. Oh, I already read that. So Captain Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Both of those crunches are easy S tier for me. Okay, and this is all personal. Holly, let's pull up your favorite. Fruity Pebbles, right? For you, Fruity Pebbles is an S tier. Well, here's the thing. I don't eat a lot of Fruity Pebbles, okay? And so to me, the Fruity Pebbles do suffer a little bit from the sog factor. I need something with a little more body. So for that reason, it's not an S. And for me, I don't personally like it enough to give it an A, but I'm going to give it a B, okay? A B cereal is a cereal I would be happy to have any day of the week. Okay, before the diabetes got me, I used to live on the Pebbles. I gotcha. It's a tough one. So maybe even me rating it a B will make you miss it less. I don't know. I hope that helps in a backwards way. Fruity Pebbles is a B tier for me. Okay, which is respectable and is more than a passing grade. Let's go to Honey Smacks. You know, I would say Honey Smacks is an underrated cereal. I got really into Honey Smacks in like 5th grade, and so I'm going from that memory. I'm gonna put this at the B tier as well, because to me C tier is like I'll eat it if there is nothing else. B tier is like there are days where I would go for it. You're not a big fan of the Honey Smacks, huh? I don't know. There's something about the shape that I like. Let me pull up a picture really quick. I'm just pulling that up. See, they look like... Yeah, okay, that is what it is. They are, okay, hold on here. Man, I would never put those two in the same tier. I know, Holly, we're so different. Look at this. I think the shape is so interesting. Puffed wheat breakfast cereal. I know, I'm into it. I just feel like I'm eating grains and it feels cool. I think it solves like a caveman instinct in me. You know what I mean? So that's where I'll put them. You know, for you, would Fruity Pebbles would be an S, wouldn't it, Holly? Lucky Charm. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of B cereals. Lucky Charms, I would go B. I might rearrange some of these too. Here's what I'll do. I'll put Crunch Berries. I'll put Cap'n Crunch Berries in A. Okay. I agree with Lucky Charms on B. Okay, perfect. There are some of these that I haven't tried. I'm gonna say Rice Krispies. The vibes are B tier, but the taste brings it down for me. Any cereal that is just like puffed rice, no flavoring in there, is not going to be it for me. Yeah, like or like even this, Rice Chex, same boat. So dull, exactly. Like, if it's savory, like Rice Krispies are savory, they're not sweet. I don't want to pour milk on them and eat them cold, right? If it's savory, I want it to be hot, like grits, so then I can mix flavoring into it. So that's where these two stand. Cocoa Krispies, I'll put on the same as Fruity Pebbles. I would rather eat Fruity Pebbles, but the chocolate milk at the end of the bowl of Cocoa Krispies is a good bonus. Honeycomb. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be a baby about this. Raisin Bran is an easy D. Easy D. I'm never gonna take a spoon of Raisin Bran. A cereal whose name is 2 words and both of them are bad? No thanks. I don't want bran. I don't want raisins. Grape nuts I'd put in the same one too. Honeycomb. I haven't had honeycomb in a while, okay? Holly, I'll let you have Raisin Bran, okay? Please don't take this as a personal attack. I tend to identify with the things that I love, and if people hate them, I can get sad. We're friends either way, okay? Honeycomb, here's what I say. Holly, would you put honeycomb at A or B? I'll give it a second. Because for me, I haven't had it in a while. From what I remember, I liked it okay. But for me, the shape... Okay, A, I'll put it at A. The shape of the honeycomb cereal, I think is almost enough in and of itself. And I'm sure the taste can live up to it. Flavor is fun, the shape is fun, the texture is fun, yeah. Honeycomb, easy A. Great idea for a cereal. Has my approval. You know what? I've never had Rice Krispie Treats cereal. It holds up to the milk. Okay, good. Very good to know. I've never had Rice Krispie Treats cereal. That's what this is. I'm gonna put it on C tier anyway, because it feels like... Oh. Okay, I'm gonna keep this zoomed in. I didn't realize that if you zoomed in, it would scale the page too. Rice Krispie Treat cereal feels like they're trying to cheat, right? Like Rice Krispies, you gotta know that you're the boring, healthy option with good mascots, and that if people want to make Rice Krispie Treats, you are an ingredient. You don't make Rice Krispie Treats cereal. It just feels cynical to me, you know? Like it's not your place. So that's why you're at a C tier. Apple Jacks, I'm putting at least a B. Because those were pretty steady for a while. I love the red and green. Very solid mascot. Now provides fiber as well, so I'm good with that. Honey Bunches of Oats. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Honey Bunches of Oats on the A column as a proxy for my Honey Crunch Cheerios. So that's what we'll do. And everyone every time I've told my friends about the Oat Crunch Cheerios, every time I tell them about it, they're like, "Have you tried Honey Bunches of Oats?" I'm like, no, because the last time I went to the store, there weren't any. So I'm gonna try them next time. When I was little, they would always show the commercials for Honey Bunches of Oats with peaches and bananas. Honey Bunches of Oats with peaches? I'm trying to eat that today. Special K, let's get it out of the way. C tier. I mean, yeah. I will eat it if it's the only thing, you know? I just remember eating it when I was little and very not impressed. Like, I'd rather eat the Honey Bunches of Oats easily. It's just not for me. I'd rather eat the Honey Smacks, and I know it's because of the sugar. Fruit with cereal makes it 100 times better. Yeah, Strawberry Special K. I could do Strawberry Special K. Or when I was little, they had, like, the Chocolate Special K. I was into that. It's just sad Frosted Flakes. Exactly. They're unfrosted flakes. They're just flakes. Oh, you know what? Kind of like Corn Flakes. Well, I would put Corn Flakes at a B-. Okay? I've had a bowl of plain Corn Flakes, and corn is inherently kind of sweet. So I would put it at a B-. I'm going to put it at a C right now, but I'm going to put it at all the way at the front of the line for C. Okay? I think that's okay. Dang, we're gonna get down to some interesting ones. Put fruit with them, and I'll give you the B. Yeah. What kind of fruit do you put in your cereal? Strawberries, blueberries? Do you put fresh fruit? Because I do kind of like when they put the freeze-dried fruit in there too. blueberries, always fresh. Gotcha. They put Raisin Bran and Raisin Bran with a DVD in here. They're both D. I don't care if you try to give me a DVD. I'm not going to eat Raisin Bran. Okay. Frosted Flakes, B. You know, not quite as elite, you know. Golden Crisp? Nah. Golden Crisp looks like a not what I want Honey Smacks, you know? I'm gonna put it at C, just because I even like the frog better. Golden Crisp sounds like, I don't know. It's not my brand. Some people like Chipotle, some people like Moe's, some people like Honey Smacks, some people like Golden Crisp. So let's go into the C tier. Cheerios. Plain Cheerios, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go C. Plain Cheerios. They have the cornflakes. They have the rice Chex problem. Don't sue me, please. Plain Cheerios are fine. Nothing bad, but not good. Yeah, well, to me, like, I would even eat cornflakes before I ate a bowl of plain Cheerios. I would eat all of these before I ate Cheerios. Okay? I would not eat any of the... I think these are in the right spot. Count Chocula. Have you ever tried Count Chocula? Because if it's just another chocolate cereal, then, like, I don't know. Is it good? I'm gonna have to follow your judgment on this, Holly. If you like Count Chocula, I'll put it at the B. Because I think I love the name. I love the idea instead of Dracula. So we'll go for it. You know, while we're there, we'll throw some Cocoa Puffs up there too. Mascot's a little annoying, but it's like Lucky Charms with the chocolate and not fruity. Ooh, that does sound good. I'll try them. Cocoa Puffs I'm very whatever about. Dang, you know what? I don't know if anybody else grew up with Reese's Puffs, but Reese's Puffs were like one of my #1 cereal. And so I think just to respect the legacy, I'm going to put Reese's Puffs at A level. Here's the thing. Anytime that I had to... Growing up, I had the choice between Cocoa Puffs and Reese's Puffs. I always chose Reese's. I'm sure that the Cocoa Puffs milk is probably better. But that's why this is my list, you know? But it's your list too. I don't want to discount your opinion. Reese's Puffs are amazing. I'm glad you agree. All right. Let's go. Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. I've never had it, but the vibes are certainly better. And I'll put them right next to Apple Jacks. The vibes are better than plain Cheerios. You know what I'm going to say? For whatever reason, I didn't grow up eating a lot of Honey Nut Cheerios. But I'm going to go... They're just Apple Jacks, yeah. When I was little, they came out with fruity Cheerios. And I was like, oh, Fruit Loops. Cool. Trix, to me, could have been an A tier. But when they switched from the fruity shapes to just the puff shapes, you got rid of the appeal, you know? You got rid of a lot of the appeal. I loved the fruity shapes, and they were probably more expensive to make. I get it. And when they changed them to puff like circles, they tried to make it seem like, ooh, it's a cool new thing. Nah. I didn't fall for it as a kid. I don't fall for it now. So, it is what it is. Trix, solid B food. Not more, not less. I'm going to put it below Apple Jacks. You know? I'm going to go and do something crazy, and I'm going to put Honey Nut Cheerios at the A tier. I don't eat a ton of Honey Nut Cheerios, but this B... I mean, it's like... To me, this is the Coca-Cola of cereal. And it's probably just because of the commercials. It's probably a product of marketing. It's very likely that I was just at the intersection. I do love honey. Wow. 3 honey-themed cereals in the A tier, and I didn't even realize. Holly, I think you're right. And you know what this probably all comes from? All of this probably comes from my love of Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh was my best friend growing up, okay? And seeing how much he loved honey, I think it's been deeply ingrained in me. And so I'm not ashamed. I think Honey Nut Cheerios belongs up there. I think it's an elite cereal. So A tier is, I think S tier is about what I would eat every day. A tier is about, it's a mix. Some of it's vibes too, you know? Oh, bother. Oh, bother. Peanut Butter Crunch? I'll go A. I'll go A, because I would eat it before I would eat any of these. Looking at it, you know? That's just what I have to do. Crunch is legit for sure. Yeah, agreed. I love me some PB Crunch. Some PBC. Oh, Cookie Crisps. Cookie Crisp for me, like I was saying, it's all marketing. It's all hype. They shouldn't, I don't know, cookies for breakfast? It's at the bottom of the B list. It's pandering. That's the vibe. Cookie Crisp is pandering to the lowest common denominator. And, it's just not it. Cookie Crisp and Cocoa Puffs, those 2 mascots, though, are partners in crime. The shape made it for sure. But to me, it didn't even taste like cookies. It just tasted like sugar. I'm like, not in a good way. Kix? I'll put Kix at C tier. Kix are perfectly fine, but not quite B tier for me. You like Kix? I'll move it up. I'll move it up to the... I'll put it above Cookie Crisp. I don't know why. I think I've discovered I have a disdain for Cookie Crisp. All right. Frosted Mini Wheats. I want to put them at C, but I don't want to look immature. Okay, I'll put it at C. Because I would still eat them. Like, if I was given the choice between Raisin Bran and no cereal, I'd eat no cereal. If I was given Mini Wheats versus nothing, I would choose Mini Wheats. Yeah, I feel like they're like eating Triscuits. It's like eating if Triscuits were a cereal, you know? That weird squish. I don't mind the texture. But I wish there was more frost. There's too much wheat and not enough frost. Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles and Cocoa Krispies, same thing for me. Pops. Are Pops good? Yeah, you know me and my Pebbles. Yeah, I put it up there for you. I'll put Kix next to Pops. Loved them? Okay. See, B is it makes sense that there's a lot of B. I feel like that we're doing a good job of like following a good curve here, you know? Fruit Loops. I'm gonna put Fruit Loops up at A because of the vibes. I feel like Toucan Sam is too iconic. Mid-tier cereals for the win, for sure. I'm sorry that I put your favorites in the B tier. I just had to, you know. I had to be true to me. But It's okay. If you ever make your own cereal tier list, that's fine. I would love to see it. All right, and that's it. Are we happy with this? I'm gonna save it. Log in. Oh, okay. All right, so here's what I'm gonna tweet it. Let's come back over here. All right, so I'm gonna go on Twitter right now. Cereal tier list I made on stream. Don't at me. Can't believe you didn't nix the mini wheat. Yeah, I'm sorry. It just is what it is, you know? I can eat it. I'm okay with it. All right. Let's get started with our crossword. You guys ready? Wait, sorry, one second. Alexa, stop. I said let's in my Amazon thing. Thought I was talking to her. All right, league standings. If this is a sports thing, it's gonna be tricky. Does Bo like sports? Oh boy. Hi, China. What do I think about the Dunkin' Donuts cereal? He does not. Okay. China, I haven't tried the Dunkin' Donuts cereal. I saw it at the store and was thinking about it, but I was like, I need to go with something healthier. Oh, you got his Wordle for him today? Nice. I beat the Wordle too. Those spoiler for Wordle. Give me 5 seconds. Ready, set, go. Those double letters are so difficult. Putting 2 of the same letter in there, hard. Okay, we're good. No more spoilers. China, what do you think of the Dunkin' Donuts cereal? Have you had it before? So I think it's like, isn't it coffee flavored? Hold on, we can look it up. She said to try the caramel one if you do. Yeah, see, I thought they would be donut shaped. But they're the caramel Oh! Look at those pretty little marshmallows. I'm kind of into that. I'll try them sometime. All right, we're done here, done here. Done with these, done with these, done with these. You never had it? Okay, I will try it next time. All right, let's get rid of this. You know, I'm gonna try something. I wanna give me a second to figure out the layout here. You know what I'll do for now? I'll take the chat off the stream. I'll take the chat off of here. Holly, I'll leave your name here. She said it barely has a coffee taste. Also that the marshmallows make it. I will try it. All right, so this should be easier to, let's just go full screen. Let's hit it. Oh, it's gonna show us an ad, isn't it? Okay, let's just talk for a second. Showing us an ad, but we'll be okay. These crosswords are a lot of fun. I love doing these on stream with you. Oh, my cow lick is getting caught in the blurry background. How embarrassing. All right, here we go. Okay. Kimchi vegetable. I know what that is. Grandiose concept. A grandiose concept. Fruit similar to a peach. I thought I was gonna say nectarine. What is a fruit similar to a peach? Why can't I think of it? Oh, apricot? All right. A grandiose... I'm gonna have to get that later. Okay. 16. Winning nonstop. On a roll. That's what I'm gonna say right now. Exam supervisor. Proctor. But is proctor spelled with an O or an E? Or number 6 would help with that, wouldn't it? Better than fine. Good. So number 17. One thing I took with me from college is the word proctor. Ah, what the heck? No idea. We'll get it later. 19 across. Columns counterpart in a spreadsheet. One second. Okay. Sorry. Inner, 23 across. Inner piece. Yes, very good. Columns counterpart in a spreadsheet. Row. Ode to our ocean. I'm gonna guess. What is 7 down? Zone d'etre. Sure, that seems French. Sorry, I'm looking while I take off my makeup. No worries, Holly. You're good. No worries at all. Thank you for inner, China. Glowing fireplace bit. It's not coal. Ember, right? Elementary, basic. Italian city known for salami. Genoa? I'm guessing. Okay, China said yes. Very good. 10. Where homegrown veggies grow. Garden. 32 across. Bothersome insect. A pest? A moth? What's 32 down? Device that gives directions. A bridge. GPS. A gnat. There we go. Sister, outsider, author, Lord. I'm guessing that's Billy Lord. No. Wait. Okay, we're looking it up. Audre Lorde. A-U-D-R-E. Billy Lord was Carrie Fisher's daughter. Okay. 36 across. A floor cleaning tool. Oh, sorry. Desperate request. A plea. A tricky triangle piece. Huh? No idea. We're not doing that one yet. Green gemstone. Emerald. 42. Cuddly cat's seat. A lap. That's sweet. A dish that often contains leafy greens. Salad. Sorry if I'm going too fast for y'all. Just because I know there can be a delay sometimes. I don't want you to feel like you can't contribute. 45. Sticky tree stuffed. Tree stuff. I know that one. Sap. When we go to the down ones, it's going to be trickier. Runner-ups line. Good game. No idea what the runner-up says. Dang, that made it sound like I never lose. I'm never even the runner-up, okay? Flower associated with the Netherlands. A poppy, I'm guessing. What is 32 down? Tidy? Is this right? Brown bit. Brown bag. No, it's not a poppy, it's a tulip. Okay. Brown bag lunches. What is 39? A peg. Tulip for 48. Neat across neat 33 down. Thank you. Very helpful, China. Confirms it for me. That was tricky. I don't know why I thought it was poppy. Okay, what's 50 across? NPR.org, ergo website? Idea. And your friend helped. Thank you, friend. Welcome to the stream, by the way, China's friend. I'm glad you're here, and I will definitely try your Dunkin' Donuts cereal recommendation. Tingle-inducing YouTube genre. Do any of you listen to this? I know, I think Holly does. China, do you ever watch or listen to ASMR? I used to think it was funny, but now I kind of like it legitimately. Put down diss. Trust me, I know about disses. 52, I don't know. 55. Pancake chain? Cringe. Whatever. What is a pancake chain with C? Brown bag lunches, that's right? Yeah. Crepe. Wait, where's crepe? Oh, pancake chain? I'm talking about... Oh, 55 down. I'm so sorry. I'm dumb. 55 down is IHOP. I thought there was I was reading it wrong. I was thinking pancake chain would be 55 across, but it was 55 down. 55 across would be itch. Crepe would be a good thought though for a pancake with a C. 57 inches. Unit of volume. Square. Cubic. Dang, now I want crepes. Tiffany and I have crepes sometimes. Oh, they're so good. Direction of sunrise. East. That's a good one. Ha. It was IHOP, yes. Right here. That's a good one. I'll put ha. Secret supply. Stash. Or protecting individual rights. The... ACLU? American Civil Liberties something? I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. Okay, I'll go with ACLU for that. 65 across. Cookie that might be fried at a fair? Ooh! I love me some fried Oreos, y'all. 66. Frozen cubes. Ice. 7. Beloved. Beloved. I'll come back to that. Downward dog. It's a pose. Get by. 70. Mina Kimes' channel. I don't know who Mina Kimes is. Do y'all? Man, cold water hits. I don't know who Mina Kimes is. We'll have to come back to that. Okay. Let's look down. Capri pants, mid-calf trousers. We know that. Person in charge. Feels so useless tonight. I'm watching my phone and my eyes can't see the small font right through this. Oh, I'm sorry, Holly. No worries. If you, oh, can we... That might be... I don't know if that's better or not. If it doesn't help that much, I'm sorry. This is the best I can do for right now. I appreciate that you're here anyway, even if you can't help. We're doing okay. Person in charge is a boss. Builders of Peru's Chapagnan. Inca? Fury. I don't know. I don't know what a three-letter word for fear is. You don't have to do anything for me, but thank you. No worries, Holly. Elections for minor political offices? Huh? Elections for minor political offices. I don't know. Ballot? Oh. Something ballot race? Races? We'll get it in a second. What was 18 across? Oh, what the heck? I don't know. 22 across. Origin hidden... Org hidden in Vulcan salute. is that? Organization. Oh, ULC. The NSA. NSA. What's 13 down? Journalist Hugh. Shuli? No. Elise? She's, oh, NPR. Elise who? Okay. I wouldn't have known that. I'm glad I looked it up. 14. This is where in China, I don't know if you do crosswords, but I used to think like, oh, you can't look things up for crosswords. If you can't do them, you can't do them. But then Bo, or A Knot of Lights was like, duh, you can look things up. It's a chance to learn. Crosswords are about learning. I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. So now I do it with no shame. Places where brides exchange vows. Altar. Grandiose concept. A big idea. I still don't know what that is. Ah, what the heck? What's down? Ire. Oh, what the heck? Screw. Scrap it? Scroll it? Screw. I don't know what the heck means. Ah, what the heck? Do on ballot races. Oh, not like they're scared. Screw it. Yes. Oh, what the heck? Ah, screw it. Down ballot races. Thank you, Holly. See, I couldn't have done that without you. You're the opposite of useless tonight, for sure. Runner-ups line. We'll get that in a second. Effortlessness, ease. Fitting. Apt. Oh, runner-ups line. I lost. Tart drink, limeade. Ooh, I could go for some limeade right now. A slap bracelet. A 2000s fad. Slap. 61, rotate, turn. Oh, Mina Kimes must be on ESPN. Oh, y'all were one word away. Or 5 words away, if you want to look at it like that. Let's try to get it from just the downs. Let's see. Like hair pulled into a ponytail. Drawn. 69. Across. Get by. Barely manage. I guess not. Because that doesn't work. 58. I see. Drawn back. Audi. Eke by. You know what? I've never heard of eking by. Is it across eke by? EKE by? Never heard of it. Non-any. Audi. 49 insta uploads pics. 40 tweak edit. Y'all, edit is in like every crossword. The word edit has been like in every crossword we've done. I don't understand it. Okay, last word. Hawaiian Song by Lily Wokalani. Yeah, it's an A. I'm savoring the moment. Oh, it's an O. It's an O. Aloha Oi. Dang, I would also listen to that song, but I don't want to get copyright struck. Also, an idea is a notion. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We did it. That was great. Thank you, thank you. Stop. It was pretty good, y'all. That was a fun one. That was a pretty chill that was a pretty chill puzzle. All right. We're done with that. Holly, China, is there anything else you guys want to do? It's getting late where I am. I'm looking, I don't know. I feel like the vibes aren't right to play Fortnite right now. You know? I'm down to hang out and talk for a little bit. Yeah. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be back at my house. Yeah, I'm good with that. Tomorrow, I'm going to be back at my house. I'm not moving in yet, but I do have. Well, let me see if I can do this. I have updates. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go in. I'm about to upload some pictures to the Discord server of the work that I've been doing on the house. Save photo. Save photo. I've been doing work on the house. Forgive me, y'all. This is going slow. And the last thing that I did was some drywall repair. But it might actually be a lot more. And yeah, there's actually more done in the bathroom since the last time you saw it. So we'll go ahead and compare it. Let me upload some photos. Just a couple. And let me pull them up in Discord. Yeah, I'm excited to show you all what I've done. And here, let's go over here. So right here, open original. Can I zoom in? Yeah. So right in here, you can see the drywall patching that my dad helped with a lot of it too. But the wall, basically all of this stuff that you see, like where the wall meets the floor, all of that was like bare. So I had to like put new wall there. And You're Hollywood on YouTube? Okay, I thought that was you commenting on my YouTube short. It was very cool. Thank you. So this is what that was one of them. Then here's the other photo. Just more of the same, really. But this is what I did last when we were in there, and it's more of what I'm gonna do. Oh, let me show you. This is the last time you saw it, it was this with the pipe sticking out of the ground, the lower layer of subfloor, and then this layer of wood right here. We had like still 2 layers of subfloor left to do. And now you can see here that that's all cleared up. There's just a broken tile here, but the rest of this is all one floor. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. So if we're there late enough, I might go live there and give you a tour of what's happening. I'm probably gonna paint tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do some more drywall repair. Since I have the day off, I might even cut and measure some baseboards. I just really need to make it a work day, honestly. It's easy for things to get stagnant. There's no reason to wait anymore. The last big thing is going to be the kitchen, and I'm eager to get the kitchen done once I move in, but man, I'm just ready to be in there. I'm so ready. It's been almost 6 months. August, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, if we're in February, that'll be 6 months after I bought the house, which is a lot longer than I thought it would be. But it's because we have to do things right. This has been a season where I learn patience, I guess, you know? Because I have a hard time with patience. to be frank, to be honest. I have sorry, I'm looking at the blur background. Is there anybody else who has a hard time with patience? I have a hard time with patience. I have a hard time with self-denial, which is like saying no to things, you know? I am very bad with self-control. And I need to get better at it. So having to go in and work on the house, not being able to move in when I wanted to, it's good practice. It just is what it is. So that's that. Ooh, another thing, Holly, do you obsess too easily? I do too. You saw me get obsessed with a new cereal today, so it is what it is. Holly, are you into scary movies at all? Or China, or whoever's here. Are you into scary movies? I love scary movies. Have you been seeing the reviews for Scream? People are saying the new Scream movie is like very good, and it makes me excited for it. I've seen the first. You haven't? Okay. Well, anyway, Scream 4 came out. People are saying that it's the best one since the first one, which is encouraging. And I'm excited to see it. I just love big budget scary movies, you know? And Scream has kind of a legacy and is like subversive, and I don't know. Have you seen the original Scream? Did you watch Malignant? No, I haven't watched Malignant yet. I know I need to. Was it good? Did you like it? What were your thoughts, if you wouldn't mind telling me? You liked about 30 minutes of it. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Some news just came up on Twitter. I do want to hear about this. But really quick sidebar. Hilary Duff reveals plot of scrapped Lizzie McGuire revival that was too racy for Disney. Which is a shame because I wanted that reboot. So she said, Lizzie says, my character was moving back home with her parents because she caught her soon-to-be fiance cheating on her. She was falling flat on her face at the moment and being like, I need to pivot because everything that I thought wasn't, and I'm turning 30. Duff told Cosmopolitan. When asked if she considered leaking the revival episodes herself, Duff admitted that it certainly crossed her mind. I'd be lying if I didn't say I had those thoughts a few times. Time and place for everything. Just wasn't her moment. I'm constantly asked about it still. All it does is breathe life into the fact that people still want it, and that's really sweet. It's not dead, it's not alive. While she might revisit Lizzie McGuire one day, Duff is focused on her new series, How I Met Your Father, saying this just came at the right time. Okay. That's all I need to know. I root for Hilary Duff. I easily root for Hilary Duff. Okay. I was disappointed in the plot, but the action was top-notch. Okay. I heard one reviewer say that Malignant was camp. That it leaned into camp. I don't know if you can attest to that at all, or if that resonates, or if it means nothing to you. But that idea intrigues me. China, I can comfortably watch scary movies at one house. I can only comfortably watch scary movies at one house, and I'm pretty sure you know which one based on high school. Is it my house? If it was, I can forgive it. Okay. Well, this guy was saying that like it was a good thing. That camp was a good thing. But who knows? China, I feel like my house is a house that people do not like to watch scary movies at because of all the windows and the trees. Believe me, I mean, I love my house. And I know a lot of people do too. But like watching things late at night here, like if it's it's specific kinds of movies. Like Slender Man, watching Slender Man at my house was a mistake. Because Slender Man's whole thing is like, oh, he blends into the trees. Okay, I'm glad you look at it like it's safe, because I like it too. But Slender Man makes me feel unsafe because of the trees in the windows. If it's a movie about like a scary person who's like creeping through the window, then that's what I don't like. You've seen most horror movies on Netflix. I just like to play the first one I haven't seen yet. Wow, so you really are into them. Have you seen the first Scream movie, either of you? Well, there's two I want to talk about because the marketing was very cool. The first Scream and the Blair Witch Project. Scream, I'll talk about it because from what I've read about it, like back in the 90s when it came out, they were advertising the movie and like Drew Barrymore was like on the poster and like in the trailers, and they were advertising it as like a Drew Barrymore movie, and then she died in the first scene. And so like the whole movie is about I don't know, like subverting scary movies. Born in 86. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Anyway, I think that is the coolest idea ever. You remember all that stuff? Yeah, see, that must have been shocking. And I'm sad because I feel like no movie can get away with stuff like that anymore. You know? I think that's so freaking cool. And I think they should have done that this time. I think that they should have said that the movie stars Zendaya. Film some fake footage, bring her around the set for a few days, insert her into some scenes that she's not in, give her some fake lines to put in the trailer, make people think that Zendaya is really in the movie, and then kill her off scene one, and make people lose their minds, you know? That's what they did with G.I. Joe and Channing Tatum? Wait, really? I never saw the G.I. Joe movie. Hold on. Wait. Wait, hold on. He said he was forced to star the toy-themed blockbuster. He was the only reason I saw that movie, and it was so lame. Okay. Wait, did he really die in the first scene? Okay, hold up. What movie? What movie is that? G.I. Joe: Rise of Cobra. China, I don't think we're thinking the same thing. Spin-off dub Snake Eyes is due for release in 2020. One of the bolder movies sequel is the... Oh. Okay, I'm not going to say anything that's spoilers, but never mind. Safe to say, after looking it up, Channing Tatum is mad that he had to be in the G.I. Joe movie. So, I don't need to watch it. But yeah, they should have put Zendaya in the Scream movie trailers and then killed her off and given us that, you know? Still pay her like she's really in the full movie, too. I mean, this was like her year. Like, it would have been believable to put her in it. It was some action military movie. Yeah. There was a movie that I saw. I think it was called The Hunt or something like that. It was about these people that are like being hunted like for sport. And the beginning of the movie there's a lot of famous recognizable faces at the beginning of this movie, and like focus keeps shifting between them until they settle on somebody that you don't really know and then follow them through the rest of the movie. Very interesting. I don't want to spoil it in case you ever see it, but just like, hold on. Let me look it up. Is that what it was called? Yes. I liked it. I actually liked it. It got a lot of like, it's called The Hunt. Came out in 2020. It was affected by the pandemic, and it was one of those movies that was like, oh, now you can rent it instead of going to the theaters. I liked it. It was interesting. It had an interesting point of view. I don't want to say much else about it. And if you don't like it, I would understand too. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have brought up that movie because I don't want to spoil it, and all I can say is I like it, and you might like it or you might not. So that was a very unproductive thing to say. Never mind. Other movie I wanted to talk about was the Blair Witch Project, because the marketing for the Blair Witch Project, reading about that, is absolutely nuts. I mean, you probably remember this too, Holly, but like they advertised the movie like online. It was like one of the first like viral marketing campaigns, and they had a documentary come out on TV talking about like the legend of the Blair Witch. And so people went to this theater thinking that it was actually footage that was found from these kids that disappeared. It was just shown in theaters. Those witch sticks around all the trees around here. Oh my gosh. And I'm also pretty sure that they didn't show credits in some of the screenings of the movie. Like, I think that the movie ended and then like no credits, because credits would ruin the illusion. Like totally wild. Totally insane. Yeah, I would be too. And I think that that's one of like the unfortunate things about the internet is like people are not going to get to experience that kind of movie magic anymore, you know? It is what it is. Okay, I do have a question. I'm getting ready to wrap it up. We've been live for almost an hour and a half. Is this chat thing, this chat being off the side of the screen and now being more towards the middle, is it cool? Should I move it back to the side? Should I move it a little farther out? Do we like it? I don't know what to do with it. I think it's unique. Not a lot of people do it, but I don't know if it looks messy or not. If it just makes everything look like it's off center. I don't know. I'll watch it back. I'll see if I can live with it. Maybe if I was more in the middle of the screen. I don't know. Who knows? It works for me. Okay. See, I don't mind like if there's other stuff in there. Or maybe if I had more stuff going on in the background too. I like that that it's transparent. You know? I'll keep it that way for now. So tomorrow, I'm gonna work at the house. If I get to a stopping point during the day, I'll go live from the house and give you guys another little tour. And we'll see what happens. Let me spam some emotes real quick. Yeah, for sure. Oh, China, you like it too. Very good. I like it too. Thank you guys. Yeah, let's spam some emotes. Oh, wrong thing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to... Thank you, Holly. This is so fun. Let me see if anyone is live that we're friends with. If so, we can go say hi. Okay. We can go say hi to Snowball. I think he's just talking right now, and he says he's gonna play League in a little bit. So we can go say hi. Oh, do I have a I don't have a raid emote yet. So, oh, I do. I do have a raid emote. So if we go to Snowball, we could send a raid emote. I might remake it because I don't love it, but it says raid, and so that's what we'll do. Okay. Let's go say hi to Snowball, and it'll be a good time. So hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, I'll probably see you on Sunday. Mwah. Love y'all. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. See ya.